Let's see. So, hello, thank you. Task again, just in case. Alright, where to next? I don't really care about that. I guess I can go for Balmora, which is closest. Alright. Now where am I going? It's really far away and I was... Okay, not right now. Nope. Why is it not pointing there? You know, that's kinda weird. Anyway, I guess we'll go that way. Yeah. Take the road though. The hell is he wearing? That's how I never wear helmets, they all look ridiculous. That's... Take it out. Can't get in here, but you know. Hooligan. You hooligan. Sometimes the berg is bugged and doesn't appear, I don't know why. I think we might need to get a quest. I think it's getting hit. What? I don't know. Where's the bear? You know what? Let's see if I can find a quest first. Or I dig into this place. Like here.
You there, Outlander. So I was right. You're a sword for hire. Excellent. My name is Marlo Reethan of House Hlalu, and I have a proposition for you. I need someone to investigate what's going on in the vast...
See, I knew there was a quest. What's the problem?
Piqued your interest, have I?
Indeed you have.
My brother Benar and I share ownership of the mine, but I suspect he's hiding something from me. The little weasels even locked down the entrance. Only his personal guards are allowed inside.
What do you want me to do?
There are only 2 keys to the mine. Benar keeps one in our manor house. The other is carried by the mine's foreman, Nox. I want you to procure a key, either one, and then search the mine for any sign of mischief. Report back with your findings.
I'll see what I can do.
Foreman Nox is somewhere in Balmora. Should be simple enough to pluck the key from his pockets. Or, if you prefer burglary, you could take my brother's key from the desk in his study. Our manor is just up the hill to the west of town.
Why don't you have a key to your own mine?
My dear brother prefers to keep our roles in the business separate. He runs the mine while I handle the finances. He doesn't interfere with my work, nor I his. That's the agreement.
You can't just talk to him about your concerns?
Oh, I have, but Benar tells me nothing. It's just secure more buyers and hire more workers. He gets dreadfully annoyed when I press him about my concerns. Like, why do we need so many miners? Even the townsfolk are starting to talk about it.
Crappy brother if you can't talk to him. What do you mean?
Heard the rumors? The cursed mine of Vasir Didenot, they call it. They go in, but they don't come out. Just inane ghost stories, truth be told. But if the rumors persist, it could soil our reputation.
So why the concern that something improper is going down there?
Well, the mine has underperformed for years. I'd actually considered selling it. Until recently, that is. Ebony has been pouring out of the mine these past few months. And normally, I'd be overjoyed, but that's also when Benar became distant.
Something in particular I should be looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. I don't suppose you'd know the difference between pure ebony and... Never mind. Just give the mine a good look and keep an eye out for mischief. If you find anything odd, bring it back with you.
You seem nervous.
I have many important clients that depend on the success of this mine. They'll hold me personally responsible if anything isn't correct. I'd like to avoid that kind of unpleasantness.
What kind of resistance should I expect?
Well, the key should be no trouble. My brother is away at the moment, and the house guards are not exactly the keenest. If you choose to pickpocket the foreman, well, just avoid the city watch, I suppose.
And once in the mine?
That's the rub. The mine is well guarded. My brother insisted that I hire only the rowdiest and most ill-tempered mercenaries, so I brought on the Iron Hound Company. I can vouch for their pugnacity.
You sent me against your family's own hired guards?
I'd prefer to avoid bloodshed, of course, but I don't want to tip my brother off. If he is up to something, I'll need deniability to maintain the element of surprise. Besides, they're mostly criminals, drunks, and skooma addicts. Expendable, yes?
This guy. I think I could raise the audio a bit. Alright, first we'll take the shrine, then we'll see about the quests.
I can't believe that you look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named Vea? She went missing a couple of weeks ago and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her whereabouts.
I don't think I've seen anyone named Vea.
That's a shame. Her father, Eris, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded.
Can you provide me with any additional information?
You should speak to Councillor Eris. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits. Freelancers, as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the Councillor. The longer Vaya remains missing, the more distressed Councillor Eris becomes.
I'll speak to him.
Councillor Eris can be found at the Redoran kin house, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young Vaya. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the houseguard has failed, so be it.
You don't seem to like the idea of the Counselor seeking help in this matter.
I have no issue with Councillor Eris seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redoran doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question the House Counselor?
Tell me about House Redoran.
How can anyone not know about House Redoran? Is this some sort of Outlander ruse?
What kind of ruse could it be? No ruse, I just want to know more about House Redoran.
Well, in that case, Redoran is the grandest of the great Dunmer houses. We champion the virtues of duty and piety, and we have a proud military tradition. Our house comes first in all things. I don't understand why Eris seeks outside help.
Tell me what happened to Vaya.
If I knew what happened to the Councillor's daughter, I wouldn't be talking to you now, would I? As far as we can tell, she left of her own accord. There wasn't any foul play involved that we're aware of. Beyond that, you'd have to ask the Councillor.
Who's Counselor Eris?
Councillor Eris Relith oversees Redoran operations in Bulmera and the surrounding countryside. He's very influential, very powerful. Usually, the Councillor doesn't allow his passions to get the better of him. But Vaya is his daughter, after all.
Cool. Alright, where am I going? Let's try to do the mine first.
Do my eyes look red to you?
Oh. You know what, that's not gonna work. Let's try the house. Oh, which is nothing. Okay. It's outside of the city. Alright. Someone has killed the guards, which is okay with me. Some of the guards, I guess. Okay, I guess that works too. Worst guards ever. Cool. Nice and easy. I always like how big things are in the Elder Scrolls Online. The trees, the structures. A nice sense of perspective. You know, like Skyrim where everything was tiny. Alright, search the mines. Well, that didn't go well for you. Nope. I don't think that works. Maybe it's a way up. Is this something that hurts? Don't stay in it. Stone fins. Bear, come over here. Okay, I guess the alchemist fucked up. These things actually hurt. False ebony. That's why he was asking us about it. New. That's a dead end. I might need to go that way. Nope. What am I missing? No, that's not it. Aha. I've seen that statue before. I think it was a quest in Skyrim with the dog. That was it. I don't remember. Maybe. Yep. Find Gavros. With this creepy music. Whoa. You've seen better days.
Coming here. Do you feel it yet? The cold rush through your veins, the stiffness in your joints. Only a matter of time now. Only a matter of time.
Tell me what's going on here.
You really haven't figured it out. You're denser than those stone fiends. Master Rethan brought me on to study a Daedric text. A formula for turning living flesh into a substance akin to ebony. Not a perfect match, but close enough.
And you lost control of it.
Something like that. But what does it matter? I'll be frozen solid soon. Black as midnight. A commodity. Nothing more. Ironic. You mean to rob me, I suppose. The scroll's just there. Have a care with it. Wealth always comes at a price.
Is there no cure for this affliction?
None. Well, none that I've discovered anyway. I speak modestly when I say that if there was a cure, I would have found it already.
So you've given up?
I guess I could squander my remaining hours searching for a remedy, but I'm an alchemist, a daedrologist. We don't trouble ourselves with things like hope. I leave that nonsense to priests, children, mentally ill.
Why would you agree to this?
What? Afflicting all these miners? Spare me your crude moral village. They were wastrels, laborers that were too ignorant or too lazy to find work anywhere else. This is as meaningful a contribution as they were likely to make.
You have no remorse?
None. I'd invite you to kill
Cool.
me, but given that I'll be dead soon anyway, it's hardly worth the effort.
How did you become afflicted?
Why do you even care?
I don't know. I just do.
I altered the formula, turning the liquid decoction into a vapor. It proved to be very effective. Unfortunately, it was nearly impossible to contain. Hence, this.
Alright. Well, you're gonna deserve it. Actually, there is no kinda, you do deserve it. What are you doing? Oh yeah, here is the elevator. Too bad it only works one way for some reason, you can't go down and skip the whole dungeon, but you know. Alright, where the hell is that guy?
Ah, I'm glad to see you made it back in one piece. So, what have you learned? Anything?
An alchemist named Gavros was turning miners into some kind of false ebony.
What? Well, that sounds ghastly. To think that my own brother would be capable of such a thing. We must move quickly. Did you find any evidence? I'll need something concrete if I'm to convince the Hlalu trade barons to intercede.
This is the dietetic formula Gavros was using.
Well done. I have a final task for you, if you're willing. I must take this to the trade baron, Councillor Riveth. He's staying at the Balmora Inn. Alas, Benner has many contacts in town. If he hears that I'm meeting Riveth, he may try to flee.
What would you have me do?
Travel to the Rethan Manor House and detain Benner. Once I've explained matters to Riveth, send Hlalu constables to collect my brother. After this, I'll ask nothing more of you. You have my word.
You really had no idea what was going on in the mine?
That the men I worked tirelessly to hire were being used as fodder for some vile experiment? Absolutely not. It's appalling. Why would I have sent you to discover what was going on if I already knew?
You said you handled the hiring. Did you hire Gavros?
Yes, I hired him at my brother's insistence. Something about valuable books and scrolls found in the shrine. We planned to sell them off once Gavros translated them. That's what I thought, anyway. Wait. Gavros is still alive?
He's dead. Killed by his own formula.
I see. That is unfortunate.
This guy's not very trustworthy.
Take when you start brewing foul decoctions and poisoning innocent miners.
How long will you be meeting with this councilman Riveth?
Not long. He tends to be brusque. Once I've explained the situation, he'll waste no time bringing Benner in for questioning. It will be brief, I assure you.
What do you think the council will do to Benner?
They will punish him severely. He'll definitely lose his share of the estate and the ebony mine. He may even lose his life. In either case, I'll have to bear the weight of
Yeah.
assets alone.
What a troublesome weight. This guy. I'm not sure about this guy. But again, in video games, we do whatever they tell us because that's how they work. It was weird. Maybe it was another character near me. With a horse. Defeat the assassino. Assassino.
Time to tie up loose ends.
Yeah, that's a good assassin. Our work is almost complete. Remain watchful. With any luck, the adventurer conscripted will clear out the remaining stone abominations so we can begin again. This time without Bernard mucking things up. What a surprise. Who couldn't see that coming? Anyway. Tie off all loose ends and make sure it looks like they killed each other. It needs to be convincing enough for the council. When your work is done, then meet me at my residence in Balmora. I'll have further instructions for you and your first payment as promised. This will to be a lucrative endeavor, my dear. This looks like, I don't know. Okay. Shameful. Shameful.
The last piece of the puzzle. Time to tie up loose ends.
But again, that was telegraphed quite a bit. Alright, where is this meeting? I think that's the flying creature. That was coming from inside the well. And I was, what the fuck did they throw in the well? Ah, that's weird. Can't interact with that.
I love seeing new faces. For a while, it was just the same old miners and the occasional traveling merchant. Thought Caroline might have to shut this place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you?
Any idea why visitors have been scarce?
At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles. Redrin and Hlalu arguments can get pretty heated. Then I thought maybe the Ashlanders were scaring people off. But after that proclamation... No, I'd rather not talk about that with a stranger.
Maybe if I paid you for your trouble? Sure.
I like the color of your gold, Outlander.
I knew you would.
Just between us, I heard the House Guard shut down the Shulk ore mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners and took over the place. Even got the crew chief, or so I heard.
Alright. That's not the quest I was looking for, but sure.
You don't appear to be holding my drink, so I'm sure I have no interest in you. Off with you.
You mentioned Malurethan. You must be Councilman Ravith.
I am.
Young Mahler and I were talking about the sudden success of his mining enterprise, built on some irregularities that I'd prefer not to discuss. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Why are you meddling in Hlalu business?
I thought Mahler gave you a true account. I found these orders on an assassin sent to kill me.
My, this is damning. Dear Mahler tried to hang this whole business around his brother's neck. And yours. A prudent, albeit sloppy affair. House Hlalu can ill afford such a scandal, and I hate to be lied to. Kill Mahler, and I will reward you.
I won't make any promises. Why don't you want him taken alive?
What would I do with him? Chain him to a post? His life no longer serves the house's interests.
Oh, this guy
I
is...
expect an outlander to understand, but this needs to be done. Honestly, I doubt he'll give you a choice in the matter.
Where can I find him?
His city residence, I expect, just across the river. Do be quick about this. I'm anxious to be done with the Brothers Rethon.
Did Mahler give you the scroll?
No. What scroll? Don't tell me there's more to this fetching disaster.
The scroll contains a formula that can turn people into false ebony stone.
Does it now? Listen carefully. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone else.
Yeah, I'm burning that.
Has this formula on him? Bring it to me. The reward will be...
This guy's also sketchy.
We cannot let this get out, and we cannot let it fall into the wrong hands.
Alright. What will House Hlalu do about this situation?
By the three, what a mess. I'll put some of my Oathman on it. Oathman I can trust. If we can clear out the riffraff, it might be salvageable. If not, we'll simply collapse the thing. Better to bury it than let some fool stumble upon Mahler's folly.
Alright. That guy doesn't sound very kosher either. What's with all these people? Well, I guess they are Dark Elves. That's racist, I know, etc. Alright, where are we going? Oh, he's inside the city. I guess he lives in a different mansion than his brother. Actually, his brother had the mansion, he has the townhouse. This is a very nice town though.
Could you spare some gold? A little food? Perhaps a fine pair of shoes?
Which would best help you?
Food sates me and clothing protects me. But gold gives me a choice. Saint Veloth illustrated the value of choice when he differentiated the good Daedra from the bad.
Choice it is.
Blessings of the three upon you.
That's cool. I really dislike it when games have people begging for just a few coins and you can't actually help them when you have like hundreds of thousands. You're just going to eat. It always bugs me. Alright, who's been a bad boy?
You? How did you? I'll finish this myself.
So much for trying to get him surrender. We just shot him in the back. Cool. I wish I could burn it and not give it to him. Nope. Fine, I guess we'll give it to him. Sure that guy won't do anything bad with it. Totally trustworthy person. That's nice. Dangerous but nice. That's also a nice touch. Makes the city feel more like a city. Nothing will probably come close to The Witcher 3 as far as making a city feel lived in, but small touches like that, people going on about their jobs, really help. Although most people here don't actually move, but you know.
Quietly now. Is it finished?
Malur Rethan is dead.
Well then, this unfortunate little tale comes to an end. I've already dispatched some of my best agents to clean up Rethan Manor. We'll tend to Marla's apartment and the mine next. Well done. Now, what of this mysterious scroll?
I have it here.
Excellent. Best hand it over to me. Something so dangerous should not fall into the
We do get a choice. Nice.
House Hlalu can keep it safe, or destroy it if we deem it necessary. This will earn you some favor with our house. I'll even double your pay.
Nope.
You sniveling little swit. Do you know how valuable... Never mind. What's done is done. But don't expect any extra coin from me now. You'll have what was promised for killing Marla and not a drake more. This had better buy your silence as well.
We're a Guardian of the Green, why would we give you that? What the hell? I guess if I was playing the Nightblade. Anyway, done with that and got an achievement too. Cool. Now let's do this quest. Actually, I think we have multiple quests here. Cool.
Please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You always were good at that.
I'm in need of a strong set of legs, traveler. And you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old Mer in one last task?
How can I help you?
I have an obligation to my family. No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory
I remember this quest.
to places of significance in my life, I will pay you well.
Or at least a similar one. What is a memory stone?
Allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map, and the memories I wish to archive will manifest.
Alright. Sure, why not?
Worry. Fewer than ever are willing to aid their elders in these troubled times. Now I suppose the distance with my children is my fault, not theirs.
Was that one of your children you were arguing with before we spoke?
Ah, yes. Mills. My son has never really forgiven me for never being here for them. He's a stranger in my own home. No. If anything, it's the other way around. Even Neria has grown accustomed to my absence.
You feel Neria resents you too?
Neria less than Mills. But both my children grew up largely on their own. My duties to Master Drennan consumed a great deal of my time. Mills especially grew up with Neria and no one else. He despises me, and I don't blame him.
This is kinda personal to be asking, but why didn't you spend more time with your children?
You'll know soon enough. As will they, I hope. I failed them as a father, but they are safe, aren't they? I kept them safe.
Tell me more about this memory stone.
It is a rare Once, long ago, Red Guard warriors carried them into battle. One of the most famous was a sword singer in the First Age, Makeleleki. No historians will cherish my thoughts, certainly, but perhaps my children will come to in time.
How did you acquire something like this?
I purchased it from my master, Drenham, a Telvanni mage of middling repute. I have served him for how long? Many, many years. For as long as I can remember. I will serve him until I die, no doubt. But that will not be long now.
What will happen when I use this memory stone?
I cannot travel with you, but I have attuned this stone to my soul. When you use it at the locations I've marked, it will summon echoes of things that once occurred there. The stone absorbs these echoes, allowing others to view them.
Cool. We'll do that. It's probably all over the map. Maybe not. Okay, we'll check it afterwards. For now, let's go talk to Councillor Eris. No greeting. Yes, they don't care I'm here. Weirdly enough.
How can I help you?
Scared.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Sergeant Faldrus sent me. He said you needed help finding your daughter.
My daughter has been gone too long and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again?
It seems your daughter knows your people and their tactics. She doesn't know me.
An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Vea can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this.
Tell me what happened.
Vea fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Vea knows how to evade the house guard. But as you said, she doesn't know you.
Alright, I'll try to find your daughter.
Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up.
Where can I find Captain Briven?
He's probably patrolling the town square at this time of day. Briven's soldiers have been trying to get information out of Vea's friends. Those young men and women are almost as good at avoiding the house guard as my daughter.
You mentioned the family disagreement.
That is a private matter. If your investigation proves fruitful, and such matters become relevant, we can discuss the particulars then. But not before.
It sounds like I'm threatening him. Maybe your wife would be willing to discuss that with me.
Like my daughter, my wife has a mind of her own. What the two of you discuss is your own affair. Just understand that I haven't employed you to solve my family's problems. I only need you to find my daughter.
You mentioned Vea might be involved in something dangerous.
Vea has always been fascinated by the Morag Tong. even admired one of their agents when she was growing up. It's possible she sought refuge with this agent, or even decided to join the organization. Though I hope I am wrong about that.
Tell me more about Morag Tong.
The Morag Tong? They're an ancient guild of assassins sanctioned by the tribunal to carry out honorable writs of execution. Ostensibly, they're supposed to keep the houses from resorting to all-out war. But I still find the practice barbaric.
And the agent that Veya admires?
Someone of no consequence, and not at all
Bullshit.
important to accomplishing your mission.
Sure.
Besides, you don't find Morag Tong agents, they find you. Just pray it's not because your name wound up on one of their writs. That is a death sentence.
Alright, let's face it. If he says he's not important, he's probably very important. Let's talk to the wife.
I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with my husband. We share the same office after all. Thank you for agreeing to look for our daughter. But know that Veya is headstrong. I say this from experience. I am her mother after all.
Can you tell me anything else about Veya that might help me find her?
She stormed out of the house after a heated argument with her father. Nothing unusual in that. But when she didn't return, well, that's when both her father and I started to worry.
What was the argument about?
I'd rather not talk about that. It's a private matter concerning the family. The relevant fact remains that my daughter took her most cherished possessions and left home. I'm worried that she's going to do something that can't be undone.
What do you think Veya is going to do?
As I said, Veya is headstrong. Confident. Perhaps too confident. She might join the Morag Tong just to spite her father. Or run off to fight in the war. Something reckless along those lines. Please do what you can and find my daughter.
Some of these questions I'm asking are off tone completely. Are you somebody important?
Important? I suppose that depends upon who you ask. My husband thinks so. I'm the treasurer here in Balmora. My job requires that I record all important transactions regarding Redoran finances and balance everything to the last gold piece.
Your husband?
Councillor Eris, who oversees Redoran operations in the Balmora region. Our family is one of the most respected in the house.
She didn't like that question.
You haven't heard of us, wherever it is you come from. Now, if you don't mind, I have a lot of work to do.
Alright, that's fine. I think that would be less tone deaf if we asked her when she greeted us instead of waiting until we spoke with your husband. Because then it made no sense. Alright, let's see.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the House Guard.
Councillor Eris sent me to ask about the investigation to find his daughter.
You must be one of the freelancers the Councillor employed to supplement the duties of the House Guard. Very well. I'll tell you what I know. Veya ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Veya...
Sounds like you have a personal stake in this.
I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Veya is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an Outlander. We think her friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us.
Maybe her friends will be less suspicious if I approach them.
Perhaps. As long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Veya, but the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note.
Okay.
When you find Veya's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key to locating Veya. If you can't do it, don't worry. The house can handle it.
Tell me more about Veya, Releth.
Veya's a born warrior. Hard-headed, stubborn, a real pain in the ass. She can fight like an angry netch, though. I keep trying to get her to join the militia, but she always turns me down.
Tell me about Veya's disagreement with her father.
That's not my tale to tell.
No one will tell us. Get them.
Or his wife won't speak of the troubles his family has had to deal with in recent weeks. Maybe you can ask Veya, if and when you find her.
Tell me more about this note you want me to follow.
We started to notice groups of young dark elves gathering in out-of-the-way parts of the city. One of my guards saw them pass a note between them, but they split up and she lost them in the back alleys.
What do you think the note contains?
Could be a love poem or a recipe for Kwama cream cocktail. But we suspect it's the way Veya has been keeping tabs on what's been happening in the city. Look, it may amount to nothing, but the note could give us a lead on where to find Veya.
Cool. Alright. We'll leave that for later. Let's just focus on this quest for now.
Get this letter to Trevis. It's important. Just don't let House Redren get their hands on it.
Totally not spying at you. This wall is fascinating.
If you think you're being followed, find a place to hide. Good luck.
So inconspicuous. Did it change runners? They did. Why is it glowing? I'm not sure. The Olympics in the Elder Scrolls Online. Only with more subterfuge, I guess. Okay.
Well done. This should help us determine what happened to Veya's brother.
Who said that? Oh, there we go.
Hello, can I help you? Wait a moment. You're one of those hirelings House Redren pays to harass us simple folk. Look, all Veya wants to do is to find out what happened to her brother. Too bad the house doesn't seem to care a swit about any of that.
Chancellor Ares just wants to find his daughter. Will the note you received help me accomplish that?
Veya wants nothing to do with the house or her father. Why can't any of you respect that? Even if I wanted to help, I haven't seen Veya since she snuck out of town. We communicate by notes, and this one isn't even about her.
What's the note about then?
If you must know, it concerns Veya's brother. He was an officer in the House Guard before he vanished without a trace. We've been trying to help Veya find him.
Who are you delivering this information to if you aren't in contact with Veya?
A local tough. Goes by the name of Ashur. He delivers the letters. We usually meet him outside of town to the northeast. But good luck trying to get any information out of him. Ashur is not known for his conversational skills.
I can be very persuasive.
I think we're done here, don't you? I told you where to find Ashur.